English is not my first language, so please ignore the spelling and grammar mistakes. This story is completely based on imagination and has nothing to do with the real characters. Please do not comment negatively. All the songs and photos are used in this video are not mine, so the credit goes to the respective owners. I own the storyline and this small editing. Taehyung was handsome and popular on the university campus. He was very good-looking and girls swooned over him, but Taehyung was in a relationship with Wine, who was nerdy-looking. Girls would throw themselves at him and try to get his attention. He was tall and broad-shouldered. He was every girl's dream guy. He was on the football field after training when a girl came up to him. She had long blonde hair, a tight dress that showed off her curves, and bright red lips. She giggled and bit her lip as she walked up to him. He wiped the sweat from his forehead. With his deep voice, he simply said,
"I'm taken, not interested."
Then he walked straight past her, not giving her another look. He spotted you sitting on the bench, watching him reject the girl. He walked over to you and sat down next to you, wrapping an arm around your shoulders possessively.
"Hey, baby."
"Are you tired?" You took out a handkerchief and wiped his sweat from his face. He leaned into your touch, closing his eyes briefly as you wiped the sweat away. Your gentle care always made him feel loved and appreciated. He opened his eyes and captured your hand, pressing a kiss to your palm.
"Not tired anymore."
As you caressed his cheek, you always wondered, why does a handsome guy like him choose me? I'm not attractive and not even pretty. He caught the look of wonder and self-doubt in your eyes. His heart ached at the sight. He turned his head and pressed a gentle kiss to your forehead, then cupped your face in his large hands.
"Why do you look at me like that?"
Why? Can't I admire my handsome boyfriend? He chuckled softly, shaking his head.
"Stop underestimating yourself, baby. You're the most beautiful thing on this whole damn campus. Those girls, they're nothing compared to you."
His thumb stroked your cheek. "I know what I am, but you always make me feel special." You hugged him. "I love you." He hugged you tightly back, loving how you didn't fish for compliments like other girls. You were confident in your own way, smart, kind, humble. He loved that you didn't wear makeup or revealing clothes, unlike those girls who threw themselves at him daily.
"Baby,
Yes?
I want you to know something. I don't just love you because you're sweet or smart or beautiful. I love you because you're Wyan, and you are mine, and no one else will ever have a chance with me."
Smiles warmly, feeling relaxed. "Wanna go out for a movie after classes?" He smiled, his eyes lighting up at the suggestion. He loved how you always found ways to spend more time together.
"Of course, baby. I'd love that."
It was a beautiful evening as you both walked hand in hand to the movie theater. He had his arm wrapped around your waist, pulling you close. As you entered the theater, he noticed a group of girls whispering and staring at him. One of them even tried to catch his attention. "Hey!" He ignored the girls completely, focusing only on you. He pressed a kiss to your temple.
"I'm going to get us some popcorn. Stay right here."
Okay. You stood there, glancing at the girls. They were all so pretty. As he walked away, the girls approached you. One of them, a redhead, smirked. "So you're his girlfriend?" She looked you up and down condescendingly. "He could have anyone he wants. What does he see in you?" The other girls giggled. The word stung, but you remained silent, showing that you didn't need to fight fire with fire. The redhead continued, "Are you stupid or something? Can't you talk?" Her friends laughed again. Suddenly, a deep voice cut through the laughter.
"Excuse me?"
Everyone turned to see Taehyung standing there, holding 2 large tubs of popcorn and 2 drinks. His eyes were cold as ice as he looked at the blonde girl. He walked up to you, wrapping an arm around your waist protectively.
"Did I hear you say something to my girlfriend?"
The redhead girl paled slightly under his intense gaze. She stammered, I was just... nothing." Taehyung's jaw clenched. He turned to you, his expression softening.
Baby, let's go find our seats.
You nodded and walked away with him. He led you away from the group of girls, his arm tight around your waist. Once they were out of earshot, he whispered.
Don't let them get to you.
He pressed a kiss to your forehead.
You're the only girl I want.
At night, you were lying in bed and thinking about the day's incidents. You stood in front of the mirror, your plain t-shirt and shorts reflecting back at you. You had no makeup on, your dark hair was straight and simple. You compared yourself to those girls, blonde, red-haired, perfect bodies, lots of makeup. You sighed softly. I'm plain. You didn't notice him entering the room, too lost in your thoughts. He leaned against the doorframe. His heart ached at the sight of you doubting yourself.
What are you doing, baby?
His voice was soft and concerned. You got startled. Huh? Nothing. I was just checking if there is any pimple or not. You went towards him. Let's have some dinner first. He caught your wrist gently before you could walk past him, pulling you closer instead. His hands framed your face, forcing you to look at him.
Don't lie to me.
His thumbs gently caressed your cheeks.
You were comparing yourself to those idiots from today, weren't you?
You stayed silent, then spoke. How do you...
I know you better than anyone else.
He kissed your forehead softly.
You're beautiful just the way you are.
His eyes searched yours.
I fell for your smile first.
Another kiss on the nose.
Then your laugh.
One on each cheek.
And your heart.
You hugged him. Thank you so much. He wrapped his arms around you tightly.
Stop comparing yourself to others.
He murmured into your hair.
You're perfect just as my girlfriend.
His hands slid down to your waist possessively. One day, you and Taeyang were both walking on the roadside and heading to university. Suddenly, a car pulled up, and a long-legged beauty stepped out. She had wavy blonde hair and was beautiful. She was his best friend since childhood, Rosé. She spotted him instantly and waved.
Taeyong.
She squealed and ran towards him. Taeyong's face lit up with happiness as he saw his best friend after years. He dropped his backpack and opened his arms wide.
Rosie?
He laughed as she jumped into his arms, hugging him tightly. They spun around, laughing like kids. You watched them laugh together, their bodies pressed close. She was beautiful, confident, everything you weren't. You unconsciously wrapped your arms around yourself, feeling insecure.
Taeyong, you haven't changed a bit.
Rosé exclaimed, finally releasing Taeyang from her hug. She turned her gaze towards you, noticing you standing there quietly. A curious smile played on her lips as she looked you up and down.
And who is this?
Taeyang turned to you, his smile softening as he looked at you. He wrapped an arm around your waist, pulling you closer to him.
This is my girlfriend.
He said proudly, looking down at you with affection.
Rosé, this is YN.
Rosé's smile froze slightly, her eyes widening in genuine surprise. She recovered quickly, though, a charming smile spreading across her face.
Oh, how sweet. Taeyong finally grew up and got a girlfriend.
She stepped closer, extending her hand.
Nice to meet you, YN.
Nice to meet you too, you said, as you took her hand and shook it slightly. Taehyung watched the interaction between the two girls, his heart swelling with pride and love for you.
So Rosie,
He said, turning his attention back to his best friend.
are you going to stay in Seoul from now on?
Yes, my parents finally allowed me to move here for university.
Rosé beamed, flipping her blonde hair back. She caught you watching her silently. Rosé insisted on giving both of you a ride to university. As Taeyang sat in the passenger seat, you sat quietly in the back, listening to Rosé and Taeyang catch up and laugh together. Rosé kept glancing at you through the rearview mirror, her smiles feeling almost mocking. The moment Rosé stepped into the university, every boy turned to stare. Whispers filled the hallways. Who's that? She's like a doll. Damn, where did she come from? Rosé laughed confidently, throwing her blonde hair back. She was clinging to Taehyung, which made some of them start shipping them. Several girls whispered and giggled about how perfect they looked together. You noticed them whispering and felt your heart sink.
Taehyung,
Rosé suddenly whispered loudly, looping her arm possessively around his.
when's your first class? Maybe we can walk together?
You walked silently beside Taehyung and Rosé, watching her laugh loudly and push his shoulders playfully. You saw girls watching them enviously, whispering, "They look like a perfect couple. She's so much prettier than his girlfriend." You tightened your jacket around yourself, feeling humiliated and jealous. You stormed off to your class, leaving Taehyung and Rosé behind. They didn't notice your quick exit. Taehyung laughed along with Rosé, his arm still around her shoulders, as they walked to their class together. He didn't notice you were gone until they reached the classroom. He looked around, frowning slightly when he didn't see you.
Rosie, I'll see you later, okay?
Taehyung quickly walked to your classroom, pushing the door open abruptly. Students turned to look at him. He scanned the room until his eyes landed on you, sitting alone in the back row, looking down at your phone.
Wyan.
He called out softly. You ignored him, acting like you didn't hear him call your name. The classroom grew silent, everyone waiting to see what would happen. Taehyung walked down the aisle towards you, his footsteps echoing in the quiet room. He reached your desk and grabbed your phone out of your hand.
What's wrong?
Taehyung asked softly, kneeling beside your desk so only you could hear him. He noticed how reddened your eyes were from holding back tears. Turns her face away. Nothing.
Don't lie to me.
His voice was gentle but firm. He reached out to touch your face, but you jerked away. The classroom was still silent, every student watching this unusual scene unfold, Taehyung being rejected by his own girlfriend. People are watching. Let's not talk about that, and I'm fine. Everyone watched you. Push your hair back and give them a small smile. They saw how you acted normally again, like nothing had happened. Taehyung sighed but stood up. He looked at you one more time before walking back to his seat. The students immediately started whispering again about how you were fighting and how Rosé was probably going to steal Taehyung from you. After class, you walked out of the classroom without looking at Taehyung. He followed you, trying to catch up. The hallway was crowded with students, and whispers followed you both. Did you see them fighting? She looks so mad. Rosé is definitely going to replace her. You ignored the whispers and kept walking. You felt your heart aching with every mean word you heard. You felt insecure and sad. Why were people so mean? You didn't do anything wrong. You heard giggles and saw people pointing at you. Suddenly, you felt a hand grab your wrist. Taehyung pulled you into an empty classroom nearby, closing the door behind him. He looked at you with concern.
Baby?
He started softly, but you cut him off. I love you so much, Taehyung. Hugs him. Please don't let anyone come between us. He wrapped his arms around you tightly, holding you close as if trying to protect you from the world.
I won't let anyone come between us.
He promised, his voice firm against your hair.
You're my girlfriend, okay? My only girlfriend.
Days turned into weeks, and the rumors only grew worse. People saw you two fighting more often, and Rosé was always around Taehyung when you weren't. One day, during lunch, you sat alone at your usual table while Taehyung sat with his friends and Rosé. You glanced at him and saw he was laughing at something Sarah said, his arm casually draped over the back of her chair. He hadn't looked at you once since sitting down. You felt tears prick at the corners of your eyes, but you refused to let them fall. You quickly packed up your lunch and left the cafeteria. As you walked through the school hallway, you heard footsteps behind you. Suddenly, someone grabbed your arm and spun you around. It was Taehyung's friend Jimin.
What happened to you? Why are you ignoring Taehyung? He's your boyfriend. You can't let him go like this.
He is ignoring me too. Maybe he moved on from me, you said with a sad smile. Who will date a not pretty girl like me? Maybe he is bored.
Don't talk about yourself like that. You're not some disposable toy he can just replace with Rosé.
He ran a hand through his hair, frustrated.
Taehyung is being an idiot. He was just ignoring you because you were acting like a child. Go talk to him.
You nodded slightly and saw Jimin walk off, leaving you alone in the hallway. Later, you approached Taehyung. He was sitting in an old classroom alone. You went inside and cleared your throat. Taehyung was sitting on the windowsill, his head resting against the glass. He looked up when you cleared your throat, his eyes meeting yours. He didn't smile like he usually did.
What do you want?
His voice was cold. You approached him slowly and hugged his arm. He stayed stiff.
Let go.
His voice was harsh, almost mean. You could feel your heart breaking, but you didn't move. Instead, you held his arm tighter. I'm sorry. He tensed up again. Your small apology made his expression softer. He slowly wrapped his arms around you, pulling you close. But then he remembered why he was mad. He pushed you away slightly.
You've been ignoring me for days. Just because of some stupid rumors? You think I would cheat on you with Rosé? After everything we have?
He looked at you with a pained expression, his voice rising slightly in frustration and hurt.
I'm your boyfriend, Yayan.
I'm sorry. I was just insecure. She is so pretty, and me, I'm nothing like that. Everyone was saying mean things, and it was messing with my head. I'm so sorry.
He watched you sniffle, trying not to cry. He realized how insecure you were. He pulled you close again, wrapping his jacket around your shoulders.
Stop saying you're nothing. You're everything. Why do you always compare yourself? Do you know how many guys would kill to be with you?
He tilted your chin up.
You're beautiful, smart, and kind.
Only you say that, and no one else. He sighed softly before pressing his lips against yours. His kiss was gentle but firm, claiming yours like he always did. He pulled away slightly.
Then I guess they're all blind.
His thumb wiped away a tear from your cheek. He held you tightly, burying his face in your hair. He could smell your shampoo. Vanilla. He loved it. He loved everything about you. He realized how much he missed you when you were ignoring him. You pulled back slightly and looked up at him. He looked down at you, his eyes softening as he brushed a strand of hair behind your ear. He couldn't stay mad at you when you looked at him like that, with those big, innocent eyes.
Why do you always have to be so cute when I'm mad at you?
Slightly, your pout trembled. I'm going to cry if you... Before you could finish, he pressed his lips against yours again, harder this time. His hands gripped your waist as he pulled you flush against him. He deepened the kiss, his tongue parting your lips and exploring your mouth. His fingers tightened on your waist as he kissed you deeper. He pushed you against the window, his body covering yours. He lifted you up slightly, making you wrap your legs around his waist without breaking the kiss. You hold his collar and pull him closer. He groaned into the kiss as you pulled him closer, feeling your legs tighten around him. His hands roamed to your backside, squeezing gently as he deepened the kiss further. He was getting hard, really hard, from how you were kissing him and holding him.
Yayan.
He pulled back, breathing heavily. His face was flushed. He rested his forehead against yours, trying to calm himself down.
I'll lose control. Let's stop. We are in university, remember?
Yes. Your heart was pounding in your chest. He gently sets you down, adjusting his clothes to hide his obvious erection. He ran a hand through his hair, trying to compose himself.
Let's just go to class, okay? Before I change my mind.
You smile slightly and nod, then walk away with him. As you walk side by side, he can't help but steal glances at you. Your cheeks are still flushed from the kiss, and your lips are slightly swollen. He reaches out and takes your hand, intertwining your fingers with his. The day is finally over, and Taehyung is waiting for you by the school gates. When he sees you, a small smile appears on his face. He walks up to you and pulls you into a hug, kissing your forehead.
I've been waiting for you, YN.
Let's go for ice cream. It's been a long time. He takes your hand and starts walking towards the ice cream shop a few blocks away.
Sounds perfect. I'm craving it too.
They have a great time together, and you almost forget about everything. One day, she went to the smoking area to find Taehyung, but she stopped when she heard him talking with his friends. She heard her name and quickly hid, listening to them silently. Jimin asked him,
So, Taehyung, you completed your dare. Why are you still stuck with YN then?
Taehyung rolled his eyes, taking a drag from his cigarette before responding.
Man, shut up. It's not like that anymore.
His friend Jimin smirked and nudged him playfully.
Come on, man. You were supposed to just mess around with her for a bit. Why are you still acting like she's your girlfriend?
Taehyung's expression turned serious.
I said shut up, Jimin. It's not a joke anymore. I actually care about her.
He dropped his cigarette and stubbed it out with his shoe.
Just drop it, okay?
As you came out from your hiding spot, your face was emotionless. All the guys exchanged awkward glances.
YN.
Taehyung stepped forward, his expression immediately concerned.
How much?
He trailed off, not needing to finish the question to know you'd heard everything.
Baby?
So it was just a dare, huh? That's why I thought, how can a university heartthrob date someone like me? I'm not pretty, now everything is clear to me. Taehyung's heart shattered as he heard you speak, your voice soft and sad. He wanted to pull you into his arms, to explain that things had changed, but your words cut him deep. His friends watched the scene unfold, feeling uncomfortable and guilty for bringing up the dare in the first place. Taehyung reached out to grab your arm as you turned to leave, but you jerked away from his touch.
YN. Wait.
His voice was desperate. You walked away from there. Taehyung stood there, stunned and heartbroken, as he watched you leave. His friends exchanged worried glances, knowing they had messed up big time.
Taehyung, man.
Jimin started, but Taehyung cut him off.
Shut up, Jimin. God, that's why I didn't want you guys bringing up that stupid dare again. You don't get it. I actually liked her.
He ran his hands roughly through his hair, watching the spot where you had disappeared from view. Taehyung turned back to his friends, his voice shaking with frustration and pain.
You guys don't understand anything. I wasn't just messing around with her anymore. It was real for me.
He kicked a nearby trash can in anger before storming off in the direction you had gone. Taehyung searched frantically for you, his heart racing with fear that he might never be able to make things right. He finally spotted you sitting alone on a bench near the campus lake, your head buried in your hands. He approached slowly, not wanting to startle you.
YN. When I first started hanging out with you, yeah, it was a dare, but somewhere along the line things changed for me. I actually started liking you for real. Your smile, your laugh, even your annoying habits.
He tried to joke lightly, but his voice broke.
I fell for you.
I don't trust you anymore.
I know,
Taehyung sighed heavily, rubbing the back of his neck.
and I don't blame you. I messed up big time, but please, give me a chance to prove myself to you. Let me show you that this isn't just some game. I really love you.
Why would you like an ugly girl like me? All the pretty girls want you. Taehyung's expression softened, and he turned to face you directly. He reached out gently, cupping your cheek in his hand despite your initial resistance. His thumb brushed lightly against your skin.
First of all, don't ever call yourself ugly again. You're beautiful, YN, inside and out. And yeah, there are plenty of pretty girls who want me, but none of them make my heart race the way you do. None of them challenge me, annoy me, and make me laugh like you do. I'm not saying this to win you back or to complete some dare. I'm saying this because it's the truth. I like you, YN, a lot, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to prove that to you.
Seeing your tears, Taehyung's heart broke even more. He pulled you into a gentle hug, letting you cry on his shoulder. He rubbed your back soothingly, whispering softly into your ear.
Shay, don't cry. Please don't cry.
Taehyung held you tightly, feeling your tears soak through his shirt. He closed his eyes, savoring the feeling of having you in his arms again. If you break my trust again, I'll never come back again. He pulled back slightly to look into your eyes, wiping away your tears with his thumbs.
I know that, Joanne. And I promise, I swear that won't happen again.
You wiped your tears and hugged his neck. Taehyung wrapped his arms around your waist, holding you close as you buried your face in the crook of his neck. He felt a sense of relief wash over him, knowing that you were giving him another chance. He pressed a gentle kiss to your shoulder. To my viewers, never compare yourself to others. You're special in your own way. Love yourself just the way you are. That's your real power. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and for more FFs, subscribe.